Hey, how's it going? Well, I'm Dr. Love, and this is the Love episode. Yes, I'm the Love Doctor, and, well, we actually have a very special episode today because, well, we're just a few days away from Valentine's Day, and I'm actually here to, fix the love in people's lives. So, Lou Bloom isn't here today, but Dr. Love is. Yes, I know. So, without further ado, I do have to go over a few things. And those few things are, well, this isn't legal advice, nor is this professional advice, but this is advice strictly for comedic purposes and entertainment only. You should not be taking this literal. But if you do take it literal, like, comment, subscribe, send an email. NotSoGoodAdvice19@gmail.com. We're dying to know what happened to you and all the advice you need. Do you need medical advice? Do you need medical help? Is it a medical emergency? Or is your love in jeopardy? Because I'm here to help. So, without further ado, I believe this is episode 38. At least that's what Lou Bloom told me. For I am just Dr. Love, and I'm here to heal people and help them get better. Okay, so without further ado, let's see what's wrong with you guys. Okay, so the first question goes, premature ejaculation. I'm a 29-year-old female, and my boyfriend's 30. We moved in together about 6 months ago, and I have kept experiencing him coming super quickly. I know most females wouldn't complain about that, but I'm not able to enjoy having sex with him because he comes within a minute or two. Wow, definitely sick. The other night we had sex, and about a minute in I could feel that he had came, and that I asked him if he did, and he said he didn't think he did, but he actually did. I love him to pieces, and him and I have talked about it, and I feel bad that he feels bad. I guess I was wondering if anyone else experienced this. Dr. Love, can you help me? Well, you see, that's a good question, and quite frankly, I get that all the time. I do. You see, after being here and years in the medical field, you actually get this, a lot of people, a good amount of people, not all people, you know, not the studs, but a lot of people, they do tend to come in with, seeking, medical opinions from a medical expert. And, they want advice, and for lack of better terms, they want me to fix them. So, my advice to that one would be tell your man to stop watching porn. Okay? That's the first thing I'd have to tell him. Stop watching porn. Second thing I'd tell him is, how do you look? Are you sexy? Are you not sexy? Is his love life becoming a chore? Okay? Because when couples get together over the years and the time goes on, it does tend to, not be the same. And it turns into a chore of some sort. And you see, over my years of medical research and experience and education in the professional medical field, I started to learn and see that, it's not always a man's fault. Sometimes, half the time, if not all the time, it's the woman's fault, the lady's fault, the beautiful ladies. The beautiful ladies, after a while, tend to not get so beautiful. They start to let go. They start to gain weight. They start to, be towards, aggressive towards their partner. And, that could be a turn off. And, of course, he's not going to say he does not want to have sex with you, but it's not going to be the same after a while. And he's going to always try to please you, but inside your man's body, inside his soul and his heart and his chest, he probably isn't that attracted to you. So, maybe there's some things you could do to, spice up the mood. Be a little more sexy. Try to keep him young and, strong. Okay? My third advice would be, what is he eating? How's his diet like? Is he drinking enough water? Is he eating whole foods? Is he, implementing avocados and oysters and, well, onions in his diet? Okay, pomegranates in his diet, blueberries, to keep him youthful? Or is he just eating tacos and Coca-Cola and Big Macs and, Tootsie Pops and Funko Pops and, Tootsie Sweet Rolls and Pop-Tarts? Because, well, that will have an effect on my patients. So, lastly, and this is a reach now. Has he considered, eating conch, the shellfish, conch? A lot of shellfish, they do have, aphrodisiac tendencies, as well as lion, tigers, dolphins, whales, shark fins, certain species of frogs, and even mummies and your dead relatives. Yes, they do have aphrodisiac tendencies, and they can help. Once, they could help. The research is there. I'm not recommending, this isn't my medical advice to eat shark fin and your relatives and mummies, but the oysters, you should try that out, change his diet. Next question. Do you ever get over your first love? I often read and hear about women and men can't forget their first love, since it's very impactful, simply because you do all your first things with them and it sticks. Even women in their later 50s and 60s talk about their first loves fondly and remember their times together, leaving the impression as if none will ever be able to surpass that. I wanted to debunk the theory, but was pointed out by my friend how even now I seek the spark, the thrill that my first boyfriend gave me, and when I don't find it, I break up. On the other hand, I feel like that might be more because we had an on and off relationship for 8 years and never properly broke up, so I feel like I never got closure. So did you manage to get over your first love, or are they still lingering in your mind? Dr. Love. Well, it's a funny question, actually. You see, Dr. Love, long time ago, he was in love. I know, Dr. Love was in love. And you see, everyone gets in love. Everyone falls in love once in their life. It could be with your dog, if it wasn't with the partner. So, yes, I wasn't in too much love in my life. Maybe one or two. But there was one that lingered on. And I think about them fondly. And it wasn't a bad relationship. It was actually pretty good. But you see, Dr. Love, just like you, has made mistakes in his life. And when we're younger, we just don't know quite what we have. And we're just too immature to really think about certain things in our life. Okay? And we're too immature to really cherish what was in our life. In our lives. And it's part of life as a young man, as a woman, to mess some things up and later on forgive themselves and look back and learn and understand that you'll never make that mistake again. And I think that's part of life and the process of it, to know that, well, you're going to make mistakes, and to move forward, you got to look back and learn on those mistakes, and it's going to help you be a better person, better man or woman. So yes, to answer your question, Dr. Love thinks fondly every now and then about his first love. Next question. Would it be weird to hit up a guy I used to date just to hook up? So I was dating this guy for 2 to 3 months, about 6 months ago. At the time, I was looking for something more serious, and he had let me know he was focusing more on himself, and we haven't talked since, but we did end on good terms. I recently went back to school and work full-time and don't really have time to date, but I honestly just need someone to sleep with, and I enjoyed it with him. Wow. Would it be out of line? Sorry about that, people. My ring light. My ring light. Where was I? Would it be out of line for me to hit him up asking for friends with benefits, one night stand situation? I've never really done that before, but I'm seriously feral. Is that a bad idea? Okay, I'm getting a resounding yes. But like I said, I haven't really been in this situation before and don't know how to go about it. Any advice on what would also be appreciated? Haha. P.S. He responded, I'm seeing him this weekend. Well, it looks like you're going to make your own decisions anyway, so why ask for advice? Anyway, my advice is there's nothing wrong with that. This is 2025, okay? Even though some of you guys are living in 2035. And some of you guys are still living in 1995. But no, I don't think that's a bad thing. But I do think you need to think about this quickly, or not quickly, but really securely, because you got to know that, well, it's okay to date outside your circle, and there's always another person around the corner that is waiting for your love. And that's advice from Dr. Love. But also, let's say if you don't want to rack up the bodies, your body count, it's okay to go back to a guy that you liked and you enjoyed the sex and you think it was sweet and he treated you good. I think that's okay. So my advice is, well, with everything, listen to your gut, okay? Follow your heart. Listen to your brain, follow your heart, but pay more attention to your gut, because, well, there's something the gut knows that a lot of other body parts, well, do not. Next question. Guys, would you actually date a girl taller than you? I feel like the only guys who are interested in girls taller than them just have a fetish, or they like the idea of it. The reality of always being the shorter one isn't something appealing long term. I'm fairly tall, 5'9", and the guy I like is a little shorter, 5'7". But I'm worried that even if we start dating, he'll eventually get tired of being shorter and leave for a cute little thing he can protect. He is very protector kind of personality, which I appreciate because I always have to fend for myself in life. LOL. So anyways, would you guys actually date or marry a girl taller than you? P.S. Thank you, Dr. Love. This really helped my confidence. I appreciate the feedback. Well, you're welcome. So, to answer your question is, well, yes, okay, Dr. Love isn't the tallest. Dr. Love isn't 6 foot. Dr. Love isn't even 5'10". But I'm not 5'5". I'm taller than that. But you see, for a lot of short guys, a taller woman, a taller lady, a taller girlfriend, a taller wife, a taller mate is actually kind of sexy. It can be hot. It's nice to spice things up in the bedroom. You know, there's something nice about looking up and seeing a Goliath, tall, draft woman and saying, "Oh my, it's time to climb." There's something sexy about that. Well, you know, I could contribute to that. So yeah, I think a short guy can definitely fall in love and date and talk to a taller girl. You know, I mean, have you tried the taller men? Did it work out for you? Did you like it? Did they treat you good? No? Yes? Send an email. notsogoodadvice19@gmail.com. We want to know. Next question. Men who are 25 and up, what do you think about women approaching you? Like, I imagine you have never spoke to a woman, but you do see her regularly, and she just comes to you and says she finds you attractive. Like, just in a kind of way, not too intense, without asking you out or something like that. Well, that's actually a very good question. That's actually a super good question for Dr. Love. Well, you see, yeah, I think that's really nice. I think that's cool. I think as you get older, some women, they don't have a problem doing that. As we get older, some women, the time tick-tocks, okay? It's ticking. And the little desperate feeling inside of them start to, it starts to get desperate, okay? So they're not afraid to holler at you and look at you and be like, "Hey, I like what I see. Can I get that D?" They're not afraid to ask that and say that, okay? And if you're a regular, nice dude that can pick up on cues and signs, you'll pick up on that and you'll know what she's trying to tell you, okay? So yeah, I think it's nice. I think it's refreshing. I don't think all the women should do that because it'll mess up the geographical makeup and balance of Earth, because naturally men need to do that. The men need to do that. The women shouldn't always do that, or else the roles will be reversed, and the world will be upside down, and the moon will be the sun, and the sun will be the moon, and we can't have that. That's not good. But I think it's refreshing, and I think a girl, a woman, a lady should do that, or they can do that. But they couldn't do it too much, because when they do it too much, it gets desperate and it gets weird, and it scares guys. So I think they could, make a subtle cue saying you're handsome, throw a little hint saying they're into you, and even then, us guys are so stupid, we probably won't even pick up on it, or we'll think we're so cool, and we'll get nervous and be like, okay, oh, thanks, and we'll walk off, But the real guys, the real gentle men, they'll pick up on that, and they'll be like, thank you. I like you too. You're very pretty yourself. Where are you from? And they'll engage in the conversation, okay? So when you do that, if a girl does that, you need to realize, or try to figure out if this is a good guy, if he's a real man's man, is he a solid man, or is he just a good-looking guy that I think is cute, but he's actually just doesn't deserve me? Because you don't want to waste your time. If that makes sense, okay? If that makes sense. Next question. When is saying I love you too early? I've been talking to someone I really like for almost 4 months now, and we haven't quite made it official. Mainly because I want to take it slow, and they've respected that, but they've already said that they're falling in love with me. Love me. I really like them and enjoy spending time with them and want to make everything official, but I'm wondering if a few months is too early for them to be feeling that way, or if I'm just worrying about it because I'm very, very slow in relationships. P.S. They're 22 and I'm 24. Okay. Are you a 22-year-old guy? Is she the 24-year-old girl? I don't know. But basically what you're asking is, when is it too early to say I love you? Okay. Well, there's 2 ways to say I love you. Okay? And this is, Dr. Love here. There's 2 ways to say I love you. Okay? The first one is to say, hey, yeah, I love you too. Hey, love ya. Love ya. And the second way to say I love you is you look them in the eyes and say, I love you. I love you. Okay? Both of those are very different. Okay? If you want to say, hey, love you, sport. If you want to say that, you can say it the first day. You can say it the second week. You don't even have to know them. You can say that. You can say it to your homie, to your dog, to your teacher, to your doctor. You can say it to the plumber. You can say it to the judge. You can say it to your Uber driver. You can say it to your chef. You can say it to the guy outside taking out the trash, putting it into the trash can truck. You can say it whatever you want, but because it has no, it's not real meaning, not too much meaning. It's just more of a hey. It's all love. It's more of it's all love. But if you're going to look deep down in their eyes and say, I love you, you got to be careful with that one, because it'll make the other person run away. And if you don't mean it, you shouldn't really say it. A healthy range to say it. The serious I love you, I would say, has to be minimum 4 to 6 months, and 4 is pushing it. Okay, maybe 6 months. Okay, after a year, that's when you really start to mean it. After a year. And I also want to say that love is a crazy thing. Love is a wild thing. Love. It's getting hot in here. Love is a spectacular thing. And sometimes love is so powerful. Sometimes love is it could be so great. You could feel it. You could feel the love pumping through your veins, that you might have no other choice, and you might really mean it. like the first couple months. And that's okay. Because love has no bounds. Love knows no bounds, no limit, no age. There is an age. I scratched that. There is an age to love. But love knows no age if you're above 18. Love knows no time, no distance. Okay? So, I wouldn't be surprised if you could say it earlier. Next question. The girl I'm seeing said going on Valentine's Day is too soon for us. I started dating this girl about 3 weeks ago who's amazing in every aspect, and we went out on different dates and had an amazing time together. And she even told me that I'm her soulmate. Whoa. So, we were on a date yesterday, and I asked her if she wanted to be my Valentine's, and she said that I'm moving too fast, and this would make us official. Whoa. I'm so confused and torn between seeing that she has a point and being offended that she's not taking us seriously. She's so special to me, and I'm thinking of walking away because I feel like what she did is a bit of a red flag. I'm also thinking of not giving up on her. I just don't know what to do, really. I could use your help and advice, Dr. Love. Okay. Well, you see, that's a tricky one. You know, all my years in the medical field, there's been some signs of illness that just we try to figure it out. We run a bunch of tests, blood work. You know, we dig through the feces and the fecal matter and the urea. We dig through it. You know, so in some cases we even dig and get a bone marrow swab and get a test of the bone to see really what is in there and what is causing this illness. Okay? And sometimes we just still can't figure it out, and we just end up telling the loved ones, hey, we tried everything we can, and we tried everything, and we just don't know. We're going to have to run more tests later and just give her antibiotics and just see where God takes it. So this one is one of those cases because she said you're her soulmate, but she also said it's too soon to be Valentine's. You know, yes, that is a red flag, but also it's a tricky game she's playing. It's a very tricky game that I think I'm going to have to write a prescription for that one. So you see, that's a very tricky game, and if I have to give my medical advice, my professional medical advice, it would probably be that she's playing a trick on you, and she's just, I don't want to say wasting your time, but she definitely has other motives with you, and she definitely, wants you somewhere else. Okay, you're definitely not the first one. Maybe she's lost within herself. I wouldn't necessarily say walk away, but I would say sit down and have a deep conversation with her and try to find out what's going on in that little mind of hers. You know, what's going on? What is she doing? What's she doing? Because, to call you her soulmate, but not want to be a Valentine is less than a soulmate. I mean, a Valentine's is just go out to eat. It's not that deep, alright? That's my advice to that. Next one. I want to tell my boyfriend that his pecker is perfect for me. Okay, so I'm 27, have recently started a relationship with my boyfriend who's 29. He's my first everything, and I feel very lucky that it's with him, whom I got to experience sex for the first time. He is very considerate of my well-being and my pleasure. There is zero pressure, and I just could not feel any more comfortable with him. This is good so far. Up until 3 months ago, I had never even gotten a finger into my vagina when masturbating, as even this hurt, and it didn't try very often, so I was often content with my clitoris stimulation to reach orgasms. But meeting my boyfriend made me want to change that because I wanted to be able to have PIV sex with him. Wow. PIV. Wow. Okay. Barely? Okay. With lots of lube, my own fingers, his fingers, and a few dildos, I gradually became more comfortable with bigger things entering my vagina. This Monday, I finally took him into me. He was lying down with me on top of him as I was sinking into him. It just still hurt a bit, which he noticed, of course, so he kept perfectly still. Within a minute of two, I was comfortable enough to start riding the stallion. I ended up thoroughly enjoying the experience, which I told him. I mean, it was my first time, and some not so graceful things happened that we'll laugh about for a long time. Hopefully, but overall it was great, and I kept thinking, oh my god, his is perfect for me. Wow. I don't have anyone to compare with this except porn. I suppose he doesn't have the preferred shape you see in porn. Okay, so basically what you're asking is, well, you're venting because you're now discovered you're a little horny beast. So let me just give you this advice. Don't say it's perfect. Don't say it's perfect for you. Just say one thing and one thing only. And well, to quote the great words of, Drizzy, just say this. Best I ever had. Just say this. Best I ever had. Best I ever had. You the best I ever had. That's it. Don't say you're perfect size. Don't say you're perfect for me. Don't say anything don't say you love it and it's awesome. Don't say, just say the best I ever had. That's all you have to say. Nothing more, nothing less, okay? Because trust me, things can go south real quick. Take it from Dr. Love. Okay, next one. How can I get myself to enjoy giving head as a woman? I'm a straight woman and I love having sex. I'll happily give a man a hand job and all, but when it comes to giving a head, I just don't enjoy it. Having a peckerwood in my mouth and possibly gagging on it is something I haven't been able to enjoy, but I really want to because I know it's important to a lot of men. I also love receiving head, so I guess I just want to even things out, LOL. Dr. Love, can you help me? Yes, I can. I can help you. Let me just write a quick prescription for that. Give more head. So, you see, if you really want to get good at it, or if you really want to get, more into it like you like it, well, the only thing you really needed to do is really just get more comfortable with it. More comfortable with it in your mouth. Okay? And look, this is purely, for me, 100% speculation. Okay? I've never, ever had something like that in my mouth. Okay? Never. And I never will. Okay? But I had plenty of patients of mine, plenty of nurses, and, well, plenty of college graduates of age that graduated, and they were shadowing me, and they learned a lot, okay? Let's just say they learned a lot. And, well, they've all told me many things. Some were good, some were great, some are just the legends that I'll never forget. But they've told me that they have to get comfortable with it. And their partner needs to be clean. Super clean. Squeaky clean. Okay? Super duper squeaky clean. Okay? And to you to like it, maybe consider thinking outside the box. Get someone you're very comfortable with. Get someone you're very comfortable with and you love a lot. Okay? And get really deep down in there and start looking in there. Okay? Start looking in there for introspective and see why don't you like it that much. Think outside the box, and well, when I say think outside the box, maybe you can get your partner And maybe you can dip him in one of your favorite sauces, or maybe your favorite, creams. There's marshmallow cream, very delicious. Okay, dip him in there. There's Nutella, very delicious. Peanut butter, very healthy and delicious. If you don't like that, look, there's Chick-fil-A sauce. Dip him in there. Okay, then have at it. There's ketchup and mustard. And if you really, really want to spice it up, maybe you should get some tapatio salsa macha. Dip him in that. But you're going to have to go in quick because it will start to burn. Next question. This one goes, flowers for a third date that happens to be the day before Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day means nothing to me, but she and other women love it. No shame, being it's the third date. What an appropriate offering. What are appropriate offerings? I'm taking her to dinner. I want to bring flowers, but I don't want to give over or under on presentation. I like her a lot. Any advice would be much appreciated. So, a third date and it's already before Valentine's Day. It depends how much you like her. If you don't like her that much and you don't plan on seeing her again, or you don't see a great solid future with her, maybe one flower that you picked off the neighbor's yard. That's it. If you like her and she's cute and she could potentially be a partner and you can go forward, you think, don't give her too much. Give her like a cute little, stupid stuffed animal that you see at State of Rose or Walmart with a little bit of chocolate. Nothing too crazy. Okay? That's my advice for that one. But if she is the love of your life and you really want to impress her, you can order her a big teddy bear. Order her 100 roses. Okay? And that usually does it. But beware. This is only the third date. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay? Last question. Who thinks it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all? You know the saying, Dr. Love, no wrong answers. I like this question. Is it better to have loved and lost than to not loved at all? Sorry, thumbnail real quick. Okay, so the saying really is it better to have loved and lost, to have never loved at all? Honestly, my real opinion on that one would be, it's better to have loved and lost to have not loved at all. Because to truly love someone and to truly feel that love, it really is something special. And it's something spectacular. And well, it's something we could all really learn from. It's a different type of love different from the love you receive from your dog and your mom and your dad. It's a different type of love. And it's a special love. And if you love right, you do it right. When it ends, it's going to hurt like crazy. It's going to hurt like hell. It's really going to hurt. So, I think it's better to experience that love and lose it and cry and go sad and be depressed for a little bit. Don't hurt yourself or anyone else. But to really experience it is something truly special. And I think people that go through life without experiencing that love, it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. But I think you need to go through that love to really taste it and feel that nice comforting and the stability and the safety nets. Look in someone's eyes, say you love them, and they love you back. It's nice, and I think it's part of life. And honestly, if you really look at things, love is what really makes the world go round, and it's what really causes everything great and everything bad and everything good. Wars, biggest atrocities, and the greatest amazing miracles and innovation from human beings have happened because of love. Okay? And I'll end it right there. Not so good advice. Like, comment, subscribe, send an email, notsogoodadvice19@gmail.com. I'm dying to know what happened to you. Episode 38, I think. If not, I'll fix it in the details, okay? But Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so you might see Dr. Love 1 or twice more times because, well, you see, I'm a traveling doctor. And as a traveling doctor, there's a lot of things that Dr. Love needs to get into. He really needs to get in there. And you never know what you're going to find when you're looking in the world of love.